All right, and I am live. Good morning, everybody. Pardon the leaf blower army out here. Seems like my timing couldn't be worse around this place. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you from Las Vegas. And yes, you're going to hear some noise. The leaf blower patrol is out here in full force today. I hope everybody's having a good day. Sorry it took a while to go live. I'm hoping these guys are going to finish. Good morning, Fuqua. I'm hoping these guys are going to finish this leaf blowing here. The leaf blowing army. Good morning. Good morning, Mouse Toes. Good morning to you. Yeah, it was a great live. Last night was outstanding. I was talking to one of these ladies that does the room cleaning here. You know what their pension is a month from the union? $150 a month from the union. I don't know how that works. Good morning, Kim. Nice to see you. Vanessa, hi, sweetie. Jackie, good morning to you. We got the great Penny Pincher, the great Shamaj in here. And Uber, how you doing? And thank you, Kim C. I feel like I walked 8 miles. Yeah, $153 a month from the union. So this one poor woman, she's 72. She's battling cancer, and she still has to work here. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Survivor. But you never know how the other half lives when you come in here. I'm hoping these leaf blower guys are going to. I'm hoping these leaf blower guys are going to be gone soon. It is what 10. Hello, Cheryl. How are you, Beta Boy Elvis? I'm not sure where he is. He might be out at the buffet. I don't know, man. He needs to refuel after last night. After last night's stream. Good morning, God of Destruction. Nice to see you today. Oh boy. Leaf blower mania here. I don't know how many times these guys can go over the same area. Let's see if I missed anybody here. Good morning, Diago. Diagi. I hope I said that right, Diagi. Oh, you're working this morning, huh? Be hot here in my section of LA, mid-80s. I think it'll be the same here. Here comes leaf blower, man. Slip that guy $5 to turn off his leaf blower. I think they're packing it in for the day. I don't know. This is a big property. I'm watching you live from last night. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the trip has been awesome so far. Meeting Mark Handler yesterday. Mr. Dirty showed up on the stream last night. Ontario chick, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you this morning. Time for me to go to Studio City Hotel Pool. There you go. Winky, how you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Yeah, it was a great stream last night. I really need to thank you guys for being on the stream on the Rosie Murphy channel. It was really we had a really good time. Uber Goober, how are you doing today? My lovely Uber Goober in the chat this morning. Nice to see you. Pardon the noise here. Marie Duffy from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Here they come. Come on, boys, pack it in for the day. Hold on, they might be coming down Broadway here. All right, I'm glad you're doing good. Let's see, I'm going to Vegas in March. I will have to talk to you about must-see places. Okay, yeah, do that. I'll probably do a stream on that. Allie Pally, how you doing? Wonderful. Lovely lady, 4 scores. Thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate it. Uh-oh, I got leaf blower, man, right next to me. I hate those force. We're going to get blasted right here. Headed to Vegas in 2 days. There you go. Morning. Pack it in. I hope that's it. I know I'm in a construction zone. Yeah, Mr. Dirty caught up. You missed the spot. Yeah, it was a great stream last night. Yeah, we'll talk about Mr. Dirty. Morning. Love the older homes. How about that? 1939. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Let's see. When you're streaming and the gardener says, "Screw your stream," I know. It's not a hotel cleanup card. It's a leaf blower. Yeah, leaf blower. So I'm hoping this just about wrapped up over here. I think this morning. My sit-ups today. Give it a rest. You know, there are some towns up in my county that are outlawed leaf blowers now. You need to try sometime to go to Boulder City. Hey, Dawn, how you doing? Thank you, Diaghi. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Maxine Blue, good morning to you, honey. Got the great Maxine Blue in. Let's see. Yeah, he's just about done. I don't know where Marshall is today. If I get my 4 hours, I'm good to go. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Oh man. You should be just about done. So Friday will be our best day to hook up. Okay. Hook up. I want to go fishing with you. Yeah, we have the deep sea fishing in early November. That's going to be fun. I want to talk about last night's stream. Number one, thank you to everybody that was on the streams last night. Thank you to Mark Handler for chooching with us as a guest choocher. Had a really good time with him. Mr. Z, I wonder when we'll get together with the great Mr. Z. Yeah, don't say hook up with a small. I guess Marshall will roll out at the crack of noon. Boy, between the construction site and this noise. Yeah, it was great to be on the, oh man, put it away. Put it away. Thank you. All right. So, Tim O'Shanter, good morning to you. Anyway, I want to thank the people that were on the stream last night. We had a really good time. My flashlight worked out really well. I got that new flashlight. Okay, after work, whatever, that's cool. Maybe Mr. Z will go on with a guest chooch with us, huh? How would that be to have Mr. Z on a guest chooch? I'm not sure what the plan is today. I know one thing. This pool here is not heated and it is ice cold. Man, if I was in Vegas, I would be up all night and all day. Well, I basically am. I got to bed about 2 o'clock. Mark Handler and I hit the machines for about 15 minutes or so. I think he won about 90 bucks. I got out, I took a 20. I popped a 20 and I got it up to $65. And I cashed out. I went to another machine and I blew through the whole I blew through the whole thing over the next 5 minutes or so. Yeah, it's great. I always like meeting people on the road. Yeah, so about an hour into the stream or so, Mr. Dirty showed up last night. He was the perfect gentleman as usual. He was actually complimentary to Marshall, which I liked last night. Well, Grandpa Jay, anytime somebody, it's unpredictable. No matter how much I talk about Mr. Dirty or say that Mr. Dirty is a gentleman, until you meet somebody for the first time, you never really know, right? You never really know what could come down and what could happen. So it was a very nice encounter. Very nice. Yeah, Mr. Dirty is very nice. How you doing, Jay Money? Let's see. I have here. You have 4 scores. Yeah, congratulations. That's sad, bro. Don't put the money in. No, I didn't. I only gambled 20 bucks or so. I had a lot of fun. Didn't appear like he did. He was just there. Yeah, Mr. Dirty has this tendency to just come looming out of the darkness all of a sudden. You turn around, it's like, whoa. there's Mr. Dirty right there. How you doing, Mr. Dirty? How you doing, JK NoCal? Good to see you. Thank you, God of Destruction. Yeah, you turn around and all of a sudden Mr. Dirty is looming out of the darkness and you're just like, uh-oh. Well, I think Mr. Dirty's a professional. I'm going to walk to the store for some Monster. Have a good day. Take care, Chris. Take care, my friend. Nice to see you. Yeah, he's very stealthy. He just comes up on you. It was nice last night. I wasn't the target of opportunity like I was with D out there. So, but he was a nice guy. He stayed, talked about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm sure we'll see him again. Mr. Dirty likes to pop up on streams and things. Yeah, last night was an epic chooch. It's always fun. I don't prefer to go out alone, especially in some of those darker areas of Las Vegas. Although I did have my flashlight. I know people texted me overnight and said, wow, it's really the interaction. It's really the interaction with people that makes it very fun on a stream. How you doing, Bella? Nice to see you. Well, I think you know this. All right, and there goes Leaf Blower Man number 3. I salute you, sir. I hate the smell of those 4-stroke engines. Yeah, now you see them, now you don't. Let's see for entertainment. Yeah, a lot of people, I have to say, last night, keep walking. Yeah, exactly. Don't flash the light at people's house. Yeah, keep walking. I let those boys have. They need their bonding time. You know, I was back by the pool of that old apartment house And all of a sudden, Mark Handler comes down. We got company. And then I knew Mr. Dirty. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Mr. Dirty had made the scene last night. And despite what you might see about parodies, it was a very balanced conversation there. Mr. Dirty was somewhat complimentary, which was nice. Let's see. Yeah, the Chooch, thank you very much, Grandpa Jay. Chat's moving fast. Mike Loyal, how you doing? Look on the bright side, at least you won't step on any leaves. Was it scripted? In what sense? In what sense, Larry? In what sense? Elvis hasn't had color in his face since he had his tooth yanked, to tell you the truth. That was, came out tougher out of that procedure than, let's see, no more dark alleys, don't upset Elvis today, yeah. I don't know what we're gonna, no, nothing scripted on my stuff. Take my allergy pill. I can tell you what, when you do a stream like last night, which is 3 hours or so, I think it was just maybe a little over 3 hours. I've learned that you have to balance that stream with the next night. If you do another stream, you don't have the physical ability to go far when you do that. So when I was with Dee, we would do a long stream, then we would do a short stream, then we would do a long stream, and then we would do a short stream. So I think tonight will be something simple. It might just be a hangout. I'm not sure. I would like to chooch with Mr. Z. That guy kicked so much dust up in the air here. I would like to go chooching with Mr. Z. That would be fun to go out with him. I think that would be a blast. Maybe down to the strip. But people like to see non-traditional chooches in back alleys and stuff like that. I still say one of the greatest things you could have in Las Vegas is a tour called the Las Vegas Underground Tour. You get people on the short bus, they pay $25 and you take them through those hoods, and you have various stops that you can get out and let them see the non-traditional Vegas. Good morning, Mark Handler. I think Marshall's done his first and last chooch. Well, you never know. You never know. Yeah, Mark Handler for a rookie, he did real good last night. I'd be scared to walk with you. There we go, Mr. Z. So we'll do something. We'll figure something. I don't like to push the envelope too much. Like D Street out there can be tough. Twain and Swenson. How you doing, Jordan Blue? Don't get in my space. Well, when somebody rolls up on you, it's their show. It's not your show. So you just have to roll with it. Good morning, monkey boy. Well, I say when somebody rolls up on you, you just have to roll with it. So, yeah, we got Mr. Z in the chat this morning. Always good to see Mr. Z. So, yeah, people ask me. Good morning. People ask me about Four Scores. Will we be doing something? Probably Friday night. We'll be doing something. He rolls into town Friday afternoon. Thursday we have the meetup with Line Screw and some of the nomads. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, he did pretty good last night. He did a lot of chooching in Great Lakes and stuff like that. Marshall did. He did pretty good last night. It's just, oh shit, here comes Leaf Blower, man. Marshall's one of those people with you, when you chooch with him, all of a sudden he reaches a point where you know, the fatigue, and then he kind of goes south on it. But he did okay last night. So no, I'm staying in an area here. I'm staying in an area here they have a construction site over here to my left. And this is a major, large property outside here. They have a lot of ground, and it takes a while to clean it up. I think they do that twice a week. Here comes the ambulance. But I would say, like Uber Goober says, the older areas, like when you see the Shangri-La apartments that were built 80 years ago in 1939, and they are still standing here, which amazes me. That's private property. I thought to myself, if Marshall tells me this is private property one more time, I'm gonna lose it out there. I would have to go into. Wouldn't that be a great place to do a charity haunted house, to set up a place like that? Good morning, how are you? I'm always back. I love this place. You know. Hey, how you doing, Yasmin? Nice to see you. Yeah, everybody knows where we're staying. They already informed me at the front desk, everybody knows you're here, so. Your taxes are due today. There we go. So we'll see what happens. There goes the leaf blowing through. Taking off. Yes, they are. Bye-bye, boys. Kaboom. There we go. Bye-bye, leaf blowers. Let's flip that around on there. So, I really like to go down that area where I went last night, because it does have those dark alleys, and that makes it very interesting. And also to all my Canadian subscribers and friends, I hope you had a wonderful Canadian Thanksgiving up there. I don't know what they eat at Canadian Thanksgiving as opposed to the American Thanksgiving. Oh, my nose is itchy. Valerie Looney. Let's see. Did I miss something from Valerie here? Let's see. When you use the... Oh, okay. There we go. I love the chooch. Thank you, Rockin' Robin. I want to say that was done on my Murphy channel, which has been remonetized. Thank you, YouTube. And it was a great night of support. The tips, I want to thank everybody that's on here that tipped out last night. I believe if you're bringing content, then a tip is sometimes appropriate on that. Let's see. Yeah, Mouse Toes is a good cook. She's a good canner too. So thank you. So what's the point of all this? Why does it have to have a point to it? You go over to visit friends and say, what's the point to it? Yeah, because of what we see on the daily. And this place is like a zoo today. Let's see. Oh, thank you. This is my just my dress that I wear. This is easy at the pool. It's a good thing to take on and off. I got to find a different pool today because this one is ice cold. There's no way I can live stream in there without having to be hauled off to the hospital for hypothermia. Winky, Valerie sent you tip. Oh, she's wonderful. Yes, she is. I'm sure I missed a lot last night. I didn't have the preview set up on the stream. There we go. Thank you, Valerie. Hey, thank you very much. Isn't it nice to go to areas of Vegas that you would you would have sense not to go into and to see non-traditional Las Vegas. That's what I like. I don't care about the, you know, everybody knows where the Strip is. Everybody's seen the Bellagio fountains 2,000 times. But when you go to those places that I like to go, that's the Las Vegas that the tourists never see. I'm not going to the tunnel area where the homeless live down there. I guarantee you we'd have a bad encounter. Have a bad encounter down there. Executive chef, wow. Yeah, Mouse Toes is an expert. You should see some of her canning videos and some of her kitchen videos. She is very, very accomplished. My chat's not advancing here. Let me make sure I'm on live chat. There we go. I don't vacation. I go for non-traditional stuff. The regular stuff is too boring to me. I don't know. I didn't know. Mouse Toes has a channel. Yep. She does a lot of canning and some other stuff on there. The cool thing about Mouse Toes is she has one of those Sunbeam mixers, like 50 years old or something like that. And you see that on the counter there. They really built stuff to last back there. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. There were so many people that were supportive last night. And the text-to-speech, I don't know about you guys, but when you're out chooching and you know, if a tip comes in at $2 or more, the message is read aloud on the chat, and that makes it so much fun if you're chooching with other people. I love that text-to-speech option because everybody can hear it on the stream, and we hear it out on the street too. Dun, 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 dun. How you doing, Joe Smith? Yeah, her chicken spaghetti. She's very creative. She's very creative, and I really dig her mixer that she has. Let's see, Rosie, I made it safely last night. Thank you, Faces. Actually, Mark Handler and I ended up going into ducking into the casino. I got a big or something puking nausea. Oh no, Jen, I hope you feel better soon, honey. Yeah, nice to see you, Joe Smith. Hey, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Mark Handler went in and he nailed $90 on the machine last night. He cleared 90 bucks. I took 20 in, I went up to $62, and then I changed machines, and boom, all gone. That's my budget of gambling is 20. I didn't hear anything from Jen, but I know my friend Janet heard it down in the East Bay. I guarantee you down there she heard it. She felt it. Okay, take care, Kim. Nice to see you, honey. She did not feel that earthquake that I heard of down there. Could you imagine Marshall, the first time there's an earthquake on the Rancho? I'm putting it in gear. I'm getting out of here. What's up, Marshall? How you doing? Good morning. I couldn't even imagine Elvis rolling through one of those big... we had a like a 5.3 before in August of 2014. That was pretty wild. I've been through 4 earthquakes. Pretty cool. Then you're absolutely kicking in. Yeah, he did a good job. He did a good job. I figure if I have 20, I'm gonna roll it. Tim S, thank you. Nice cinematic video and phone camera. I forgot about that. Yeah, thank you to the people that watched the cinematic Fremont Street on there. You never know when you capture the video how things are going to turn out. I end up shooting about 100 clips and using about 25 in it. And it's a combination of picking the right music and having it set the mood. So thank you. Thank you for, I got a lot of feedback on that on that cinematic video, and I like to put them together. You're welcome, Quirky Girl. Thanks for the chooch. It was a great chooch last night, an epic stream that a lot of people will enjoy today. Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you. I love putting them together. It takes about 3 hours, but it's worth it. Thank you very much, Uber. You said your cinematography is amazing. It's you know, people really make video, whether it's live streams. People want to see. You can take your camera, you can point it down to the Grand Canyon, and it'd be like Clark Griswold in Family Vacation. Look down. Yep. But if you have people in your video, it really makes the video, because people watching is the #1 sport here in it's the #1 sport here in Las Vegas is people watching. Thank you very much, Faces of the Sun. I appreciate that. I often I'm often come up behind people and I use them to frame a shot or something, and I was lucky. This one couple gave a big hug just when, just the right point of the song of Dean Martin's Ain't That a Kick in the Head. Sometimes things just work out. Morning. I just winked at me. Is there any? I don't care about Johnny Knoxville. He's just an idiot. Let's see. I roll over that like a bump on the road. That string around your neck is working overtime. Yeah, you can level it. You can pull it down a little bit. Yep. Good morning, Missy Jenn. Nice video you did this morning. Jen's pre-Halloween. Uber Goober, I have a program called Power Director by Cyberlink, and it's cool. It works well. You took a big risk out there tonight. You always do. You always do. I can on my phone. Yeah, they have that program is outstanding. Power Director by Cyberlink. It's an awesome video. Marshall better hurry down and get a cup of coffee, because there goes Coffee Man to take away the coffee. Coffee Man. Yeah, sure you are, Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, and I'm Santa Claus. Let's see. Yeah, I like Power Director. You can add music, you can cut it in, all that. How you doing, Harvey? Good evening to you in London. Got Missy Jenn in the chat today. She's enjoying her peace and quiet on the Rancho. Nice to see you, Harvey. Hope you're having a good day. Looked like you had some sunny weather finally in London. Let's see. No, those comments never bother me. You know, it's true. There's some people who live on. I know they do. There's drainage tunnels here, and I don't want to go into that area. I don't want to go into that area. Yeah, sing us a song. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm not. That's a point where I won't go and capture that. Hey, what did you think about seeing Cowboy on the stream last night? Right? Wasn't that cool? I'm like, I gotta pop over and I gotta see Cowboy. I gotta see how he's doing. And I felt like I was invited into their home. They pulled up a 5-gallon bucket and a milk crate, and Mark Handler and I sat there for a bit and talked with them and hung out. That's the stuff I love. I mean, I don't do anything. I don't do pot. Thank you, Carolyn. Put down the food. Too bad I'm usually sick. That's good, Diane. You need your sleep, honey. Where can I go to learn more history of Vegas? Vegas history really begins in the 1930s. I'm not going underground. That's too much. Too much. Here goes Coffee Man. sorry, Marshall, you missed the coffee this morning. Yes, I did get my cup this morning. Yeah, Pops, I saw Chase. I said, Chase, you took my lighter last time. You didn't give my lighter back. And he started laughing. Yeah, Cowboy and the crew was there. Had a good time. Morning, Marshall.
You just brought some fresh coffee. I'll go grab some for you.
Yeah, you want to just say good morning to everybody, and I'll go get a cup.
This is running out. Yeah.
How you feeling?
A little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was taking the coffee away.
No, he just brought it out. Yeah, just brought it out. I just wanted to adjust this a little bit.
You
Yeah.
can give people your thoughts on the screen, Mr. Dirty.
Yeah.
Nice encounter with him.
I guess I'm gonna put the Wayfarers on. Oop. I look like Jack Nicholson with these on.
Now you really look like John Belushi, you know?
Really? Here. See, this is what my hair looks like when it's washed. See? It's nice and fluffy. There's some conditioner in there. Look at that. I just came on to see what my hair looks like. See that? See how nice and fluffy it is? Got a nice shower in, shave. Look at that. Looking good. What a magnificent looking human being. What a specimen. What a good looking alpha male, man. I look good in these Wayfarers, don't I? Well, yeah, I just... See, my hair's not greasy like the people think. I get a good, nice shower. See how nice and fluffy it is? All right. Just woke up. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Yeah, man. I was tired, man. I got a nice shower in yesterday, sleep, and got a nice shower, got a nice shave. And for those of you that think that my hair is greasy, far from greasy. It's nice and fluffy and soft. I put this conditioner in. So I want to say good morning to all the humanoids out there. Oh yeah, my shirt is inside out. Yeah, I just woke up. Got me a nice hot fresh cup of Joe. Good morning, everybody from Sin City. So, what is today? I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. But I just know one thing. I really needed some rest since last night. You know, when you take a nice long walk like that, you really knock out and go to sleep. I was exhausted, man. And it was a long walk. And I don't know, to walk a long distance, I think you need really good shoes. You need arch support. You got to buy arch supports, heel supports, and have a really good supportive shoe. And a $15 Walmart shoe ain't gonna do it. You know, you got to spend $100 or more, maybe 60, 70 bucks. Get you some New Balance, Reeboks, Nike. It's you know. But recollecting on last night. Well, it's the stuff that Rosie likes to do. I supported her in doing it. Would I do it again? Yeah, why not? It's not my cup of tea. It's not my thing. I think there's a lot more things to see and do in Vegas than do that. But it is what it is. So here she comes back again here. I think I'm gonna move this chair right here. I'm gonna move another one right here, Rosie, so you have more room. Yeah, this is better.
I didn't sit down here because there's some kind of goo on the table or something down there. I don't know what it is over there.
Yeah, he just brought some fresh coffee.
Okay, yeah, I'm surprised. Usually at 10 o'clock they packed it up before. Now they have it there all
till
day.
11, yeah, till 11. They said.
Oh, 11,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool. So, let's see. 2 buffets and didn't show us your places. You did put one up, Richard. Let's see. Yeah, last night was a lot of good exercise. Yeah, he's not much of a choocher, but he did a good job. Did a good job last night. Let's see. I don't know. You know, I'm the one that enjoys going to back alleys and checking out the, you know, seeing Cowboy again and saying hi to him and hanging out with him for 10 minutes. Like Marshall said, Rosa will talk to anybody.
I think that if I did
No, I didn't see Sig's parody yet. I'll check it out.
If
Love Sig.
If I did do a walking chooch like Rosie, what I would do is I would want to hit a variety of areas. I would actually, like what Mr. X did, I would actually get in a vehicle.
Good morning, Richard. Hope you're doing well with your recovery. There you go, Tiger.
I would actually get in a vehicle, and I wouldn't walk all this dead space where there's nothing going on. I would go to my destination, know where I'm going, do the walking chooch in that area, get in my vehicle, and then move on to the next area. And that way you would actually see more of the spots that you're looking for. Because, and I even told Rosie this, even when we were in Toronto, when we walked from downtown Toronto to an area called Kensington Place, there was a lot of dead space in between. There was really nothing interesting to see. So if we would have just got in the vehicle and drove from downtown to Kensington Place, we would have got to our bullet points. So what I would do is I would write everything down. I'd have a list of the bullet points where I'm going to go, and I would drive from place to place. And then when I got to my destination, I would get out, do the chooch, and then go to my next.
Now the difference between his approach and mine is, if you're in a car, like Dancing Dawn said, you have no chance to interact with people on the streets. And number 2, when you walk along, you see so much more than when you drive. You see an alley and you say, that looks interesting, let's go take a look down there. And you can't really do that in a car. You're moving too fast. Good morning, Mr. Dirty. Nice to see
Well,
you.
you could get out of the vehicle. I could look up the worst areas of Las Vegas right now and write down, have the intersections. And you could get off the car. You could drive over there, park your vehicle, and then do the chooch, see the area, and then come back. That way it will let you see 20 areas like that.
Well, that's what we do. Every night we chooch like D Street, Swain and Swenson, the Naked City. Like, I don't know if I could take Marshall down to Naked City down behind the Stratosphere down there, you know, 'cause I don't think he'd get anything out of that area, but it's interesting down there. It's like one of the last, wild areas. Yeah, how's your back today? Mark Handler said how's your back?
Oh yeah, it's okay. I mean, now, like yesterday, when Rosie's showing the old boarded up buildings, I get that. She wants to show what it used to be like. When she's in a dark alley and just has a flashlight on the back of the building, I don't think that there's. I don't see any point of doing that.
Well, I thought if I heard your private property spiel one more time, I was going to go out of my mind.
And when
he does that on purpose. You know that, right? You realize that he'll say that on purpose. You know.
Well, you got kicked out of private property.
Yeah. Okay. So I got the royal boot one time last night, but who knows? That wasn't even posted at that place. So
And as far as Rosie
Yeah,
saying,
your shirt's inside out today.
yeah, that's all right. As far as Rosie saying that she's not looking to interact with people, no, she's not searching out, and she doesn't have she's not flagging down people and saying, hey, come talk to me on camera. But when you go into a poverty-stricken area, it's common sense. People, they see you with, nobody has a cell phone out there doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
And we
that's
look
what
like
makes
we
it cool.
look like we're tourists, and the first thing they hit you up for is money. They're gonna think that you have money. And looking at Rosie's phone, they see a Samsung phone or whatever. So, are all those people bad? No. But anybody, I told her what an Assyrian guy did to me in Chicago with me giving him a place to stay and getting them food. A week later, I got my place broken into.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So even a fellow Assyrian, a person of my nationality, that I gave him a place to stay, got him something to eat. A week later, he came and ransacked my apartment and sold everything and probably took the money for drug money or whatever it was. But anybody will, these people that are on the drugs, they'll do anything for
Well,
a
of
dollar.
course, the drug habit is a terrible,
So,
thing. But the point is, Marshall, you see everything from the point of view of a professional security officer for 13, 15 years or whatever. I just see open gates and I say, oh, that'd be an interesting place to go check out. And they almost always are.
now, what the fine line is this. I worked as a security guard in the ghetto motels of Little Rock and in some of the apartment complexes. And the Indian guy who owned the franchise, he's like, look, I want you to go in the room and get these people out of there. And I said, no, that's not my job. That's a police job to do that. So the fine line that Rosie's crossing is, and even King of All Things mentioned this, you have a flashlight, which is great for night shooting so you can show people the buildings. But there's a fine line because between those boarded up buildings, there's people who live in those residences. And you got somebody at 1 a.m. walking around with a flashlight, you're bound to get questioned.
Yeah, I like what Spanky's comment says.
And
he's saying, listen to this. I thought the same about those poverty places too, till Rosie started chooching there, and the people seem to be nicer than everyone else. They are. They're amazingly nice people over there.
But one of these days, what's going to happen is like King of All Things said, she's gonna walk by a residential area.
Hey, Andrew.
And somebody's going to approach her and they're going to ask her what she's doing with the camera and flashlight, and at that point it could go south. And I hope it doesn't happen because I hope it doesn't happen, but it could. And that's the it's one thing to be in an industrial area like Detroit where you're just filming the Packard plant. It's another thing when you get into residential areas and you got a camera and cell phone.
Hey, Scott.
Then you're and hopefully nothing's bad happened to her. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. But it is what it is. She's willing to take that risk and chance.
Yeah, I mean, I believe everybody counts for something in the world. You may not figure it out at first, but everybody counts for something in the world.
Well, a lot of people, they want you to go chooch in Compton, so
that's fine.
You should
They want me to go down to Skid Row in LA, but you got to know your limits sometimes. Like Baltimore, there was no way I was going to walk down those streets, and we're up in Detroit, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, you got us blocked in. Okay, now we can be
in
robbed.
a vehicle you can show everything that you showed. I can show that in a vehicle. I can do that tonight.
Yeah, but you were like, oh, we got trapped. Now we're trapped. We're going to be blocked in here. And
the only difference of going on foot is if you want to interact with the people. That's the only difference. I can show the same thing that you showed if I had a vehicle and go around with a flashlight. But the only difference is to get out on foot, then you're interacting with the people. I mean, and like you said, people who are your fans, like even Mr. X said, they like anything that Rosie does. Now, do I've seen you do your radio hangouts. You might have 30 people watching.
Yeah, well, it's a very
but
specialized
It's a very
topic.
specialized thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 I don't think that your fans are watching to see something bad happen to you. They're
No,
just
of
watching
course
because
not.
it's something and they're
Of course
just to watch. But I hope nothing bad happens. Could something bad happen? Yes, there's a possibility for it. It hasn't happened yet. You know.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you do street chooching, you're taking you really are rolling the dice a little bit, and sometimes maybe you get a little too comfy, you get too much in a comfort zone, and that's when something can happen out there.
I guarantee
What
you.
did you think about chooching with Mark last night? That was pretty cool.
It was cool, yeah. I just want to say this though. When we were in Chicago one time, we drove on a side street, and there was some young gentlemen.
That was Detroit, wasn't it?
No, it was Chicago.
Okay.
And you know, now it's one thing to put a camera on just a homeless person or a crackhead. Now you take a camera and a flashlight and you put it on a gangbanger's face. It ain't gonna be what you expect. It's gonna go down south really, really fast. And that's what King of All Things was cautioning you about. I hope that doesn't happen to
Okay.
Rosie. If it does,
Thank you, Hectic.
then she's going to be in some serious trouble, and that's what I don't want to see happen to her. But that's the thing, you know. So I guess you know you can tell who's who. I guess if you just have homeless people and crackheads, you know.
Well, like I said before, I don't take out on the streets to objectively find those people. But if I find people along the route, yes, I will be friendly to them. I will put $1, $5 in their pocket. You know, you can see when I came back to town again, and I saw a cowboy over there. The guy takes his 5-gallon bucket or whatever, turns it upside down, gives me a seat, gives Mark Handler a seat, and I mean it was like they were welcoming you into their home at that point.
No, that's not the issue. The issue is gangbangers. That's what I'm afraid of. That those are people that you know that you don't want to mess with, and so I hope nothing bad happens to Rosie.
They are very social.
I'm just saying there are gangbangers in these areas, and they don't care about your cell phone or your YouTube channel.
What about Mr. Dirty? You look like you were going to crap your pants. I thought Mr. Dirty was exactly as I advertised. He's a gentleman. He's soft-spoken. And I knew he would just come up and say, but he had some positive comments.
I respect him for coming out and saying hello. And I would like to sit down with him and talk to him off camera and see what is it that upset him in the past about Elvis Travels. What is it that I could correct in my channel or be more positive? And I'd like to have a positive interaction with him. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a troll at all. He's a person that just wanted to voice their opinion. I'd like to know in detail what in the past upset him, and maybe I could correct some things and move in a positive direction. But he's not a troll. He didn't have a camera in his hand. He's not trying to make a name for himself.
He just said he's good for beating up off camera.
That's
fine.
and
that'd be great.
And
Mr.
anybody
Dirty.
who's calling him a troll, he's not a troll. A troll is a person who doesn't show their face, who hides behind the camera.
Isn't he a good?
And the guy is a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking
He
guy,
reminds
man.
me of like he's got the James Bond look. I mean, the guy pops up out of nowhere.
I mean, that was my first thought. Is I should be so lucky to have such a nice-looking guy.
But
came up and sniped D and I'm like, wow.
I think just the guy just living here in Vegas. It's a cool place. Let's face it. It's a cool, unique, one-of-a-kind place. And I don't think he's a person that wants a spotlight or really wants to be on camera. It's just a person that just wants to voice an opinion.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Nate is, to tell you the truth.
But I think that there's trolls out there over the years that have stalked me and recorded me and put notes on my van. And
I think it's a two-way street for that, Don. I think he should wait for an apology from people too. As you know, on the as I said, he could become a minister, rabbi, priest, and it would still be the same old role in here.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, I mean, Marshall goes all the way back to the birdseed chat in Walmart Rosa State. And my trip out to Chicago.
What the heck is that?
Oh, it's like a love bug.
Oh.
And I'm not about I'm not about changing people and all that. I'm here to have a good time, and I take advice from a lot of different people, and I'm happy to listen to everybody. And like I say, Mr. Dirty came up as a gentleman to D and I, and he came out, and I'm sure we'll see Mr. Dirty again. He does not choose to be sitting there on camera, which is fine. You have to respect that.
And that's why I asked him before, when he came up to me, that's why I asked him, I said, is it okay if I put you on camera? I showed him that respect, because I don't put the camera on someone that doesn't want the camera on them. And I did ask him, is it okay if I put you on camera? And he said, okay. And then I did. But I respect people because, even though we're in public, you should be respectful to people, to anybody. Some people might not want to be on camera. He doesn't mind being on camera, but yeah, I just think
Mark Handler's always a positive guy. He always keeps it upbeat, always keeps it happy. He's a real nice guy.
But I think chooching with Mark Handler was great, because the more people that are together, the safer it is. If you're going to go and do a night chooch, the more people that are together, the better it is. The safer it is. If there was 5 people, 6 people would be better. So the more people, the better. When you're going to go into a dangerous area. But like I said, I hope we never run into the people that we shouldn't have to run into, because if we do, it's not going to end up good. So
well, that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. We've taken that chance.
So I'm not sure what'll be on tonight. Generally, I find like my right knee was really flaming up all last night. I have a knee brace thing I put on, but I forgot to put it on last night, so I can't really do 2 back-to-back streams of that night episode. Like D and I, we would do a long stream, and then we would just do either a hangout stream or a short chooching or hangout on Fremont Street or something like that. But I'll figure out something fun to do. And also, thank you very much for those of you who once again enjoyed the cinematic video that I put together. I appreciate your feedback on that, as well as it was nice to be back on the Murphy channel last night, and enjoy that level of support and interaction with people. Text-to-speech always makes it fun. When you can get right in there and be on the stream on a text-to-speech, it makes it pretty doggone fun. I got Tom Finland. Hello, Tom Finland. Nice to see you. We know that was a fake Elvis that made that comment, Tooth Fairy. That's why that thing's taken down.
Yeah, every comment.
I don't believe that he even knew that she ever had a dog, to tell you the truth.
Every comment that was posted that she said that I posted is taken down.
Hey, how you doing?
Because the person that posted the comment was a fake Elvis troll account. I don't have to make a comment. First of all, I don't have any troll accounts. And if I want to say something about somebody, I'll say it right here in the public. I don't have to make a troll account. I don't like the text. I'm a straightforward guy. I speak my mind, and
that wasn't him. It was a fake Elvis account.
That was a fake Elvis account.
That's why it's now been taken down.
That's why it's down. So.
Yep. That's my thought on that, which is the same as the other day.
I'll tell you one beautiful thing though that's been going on YouTube since 2017, since Dave and Becca came on the scene.
$1 Million Mike.
Yeah, this is the funny thing. Since 2017, 2018, when I had about 500 people.
Thank you, Tom.
500 people every night come together to go against Elvis Travels, and little by little, the trolls started going against each other, and that's what's been going on. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is that eventually you'll see the trolls will start attacking the trolls, and that's what's going on right now. And the lady in Hawaii, she's got somebody else to worry about much more than me, a person who's called the cops on me to try to get me arrested, a person that can really damage your life beyond YouTube, beyond these words in real life. I think
Yeah,
she's got I think she's got somebody else that she needs to really seriously worry about.
Well, yeah,
And
because I don't like to see anybody, have that kind of situation in their life. And I'm also a believer that people can, if people want to have a chat and talk about things, I don't have any issue with that at all. I've never opposed that to do that, but there'll be somebody that sometimes you'll have backlash and stuff and things happen. I never want to see anybody have any problem
to me that's the beautiful thing with YouTube is that you always see this. The trolls will go after the trolls. They'll be going after each other because somebody who just sits at home all day and doesn't have any content, they're going to get bored.
Yeah, I mean, Colleen would never support.
They're going to get bored and they're going to start attacking each other because what a lot of the troll channels do, they just give a daily news report of what I did or what Rosie did. There's nothing new under the sun.
I don't care tooth fairy. I saw it while it was still posted. It wasn't the real him.
But
anyway, I want to get off of that subject now. It bores me. Okay, I'm not involved in that drama at all. It's just you can't control what other people do on YouTube. As long as they have fun and I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue doing the stuff that I love doing, and I generally don't clap back about that stuff because number one, it is what it is. Number two, everybody's going to have an opinion, and number three, I got my own program I run, so I don't take time to. I don't follow it. I don't take time to get involved in all that stuff. Birds. Yeah, I will always keep it positive, always. And I enjoy bringing positive content that people can enjoy for years and look at the videos. That's my whole goal. Marshall says for him, YouTube is a business. For me, YouTube is a great hobby. It's a great sharing experience. And my goal is to have videos that when I produce them, that people will enjoy them for years. I don't have to put them on private. I don't have to delete them. They always just stay up there.
Well, it's just like Rosie's talking about Bergs. I know that she's a fan of the Bergs. If she went and met Bergs there in Washington where he's at, she would bring him out of his little world, his little closet. I mean, in other words, like, the whole playing the guitar thing and singing, I mean, at least she would bring him out and we'd get to know more of Bergs like a person, get out and make some content. I think she would do that.
I'll be meeting Bergs one day. I'll be driving. Yeah. You keep saying, hey, you've never gone up to the Northwest. You've never seen what the Northwest is like. But, I'm looking for that. Let's see.
Yeah, she's never went up to the Northwest.
Yeah, never gone up to the Northwest.
And Seattle's a cool city. You have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff by the water there. You got mountains. You got Oregon, Portland. You got a lot of stuff up there. But I think that I think that'd be pretty cool to do some chooching around Seattle. They tell me the traffic is really bad up in that area up there, so I don't know. I don't mind traffic and all that stuff. Yeah, they say Washington. That's what Marshall is saying. He drove through Washington State and Oregon. He said it's very, very beautiful up there in those areas. Yeah, it's lush green, it's mountains and stuff, beautiful.
So I'm looking forward to going up. I'm particularly interested in Portland because of the food scene there, the food truck capital of the United States. Also, it's the youngest city. Oh man, faces. What are your fans going to do when you pass away? They'll be lost for 2 days. Nobody's indispensable on YouTube. That's the nature of YouTube. The machine rolls on, but the people come and go. Let's see, my TV rep remote today, and see if. Oh, that's funny. We're back. Rosie, would you go to Liberace's house in Vegas? Might do that. Let me get this in the shade. That thing is getting hit by the hit by the sun here. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I enjoy keeping it positive on my channel, as I have ever since the beginning of my channel here. I've always kept things positive. But I'm going to do the things I want to do, just like everybody else exercises that opinion, to go where they want, hang out where they want, and use their platform any way they want. Hey, Beryl, how are you? I'm not sure about Liberace's. You have Shenandoah, where Wayne Newton's place is out here.
I think anything you do on YouTube, it shouldn't be repetitive. We already did like a hood chooch yesterday. How many times are you going to do it? I mean,
10 times, man. Every time is different. Every time is different out there. You know why? Because the people are the variable when they choose. And also, you...
But you just said that you don't want to seek out to talk to people.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't. But I always encounter interesting people.
Well, you have to admit that you're out there because you want to interact with the street
I love people.
Exactly.
Whoever's out there, whether it's shop owners, tattoo artists, you know, who's ever on the street, I like to interact with people. But you're missing a thing. The thing that people found most interesting beyond everything else was the interaction between you, Mark Handler, and me. That was really the show last night. That's the fun part for people to, you know, keep hearing the security profession every time I look at a no trespassing sign and stuff like that.
Well, it's like if I go out and try to have a conversation with these people, the first thing they're going to do is ask me for money, and then, you know, and then after that it'll be, you know, after that it would be where it could be variable. In other words,
yeah. Well,
in other words, it's very easy and common sense to, you know, they know that we're tourists, they know that we're outsiders, we're not from here. The first thing they're going to do is ask you for money, and then after that it's like, it's, to me, I understand Rosie, like I said, showing buildings to people and what Vegas used to be like, but to interact with homeless crackheads and sit down and have a beer with them, I don't understand what the goal is.
To rekindle a friendship from a few months ago.
Right. What you're
to check in on their welfare and see how they're doing.
Yeah,
put a few dollars in their pocket and leave them with a smile on their face.
Like Rosie said,
that's my goal.
You're in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is an entertainment capital of the world. There's nightlife, there's food, there's shows, there's so many things to do. And
you know what? All that costs money.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's the real thing, Marshall.
To me,
I can go into a club.
I would think that Rosie is that, hey, you know, she, like, you know, when she puts the dress on and the heels, I would like imagine Rosie being somewhere like nightlife, but it's like I mean, you do it once, but you do it like for 7 days. It's like, to me, it's like you just piss your vacation away in Vegas. Like,
what happened to the restaurant? I haven't put it up yet, Mark Handler. I was so tired I didn't have time to put that up. Thank you, Julie Army Mom, for being on the stream. What's up, Vegas Vixen? How you doing?
To me, as an entertainer, as an Elvis tribute artist, I got my custom-made suits. I want to go out.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to go out and be with the nightlife and the masses. I think that's where I belong.
I always do, and nurse a beer for 2 hours, and that's it.
I believe that as an entertainer, what I do, I belong in the nightlife. I don't belong in the slums as an Elvis tribute artist, as an entertainer, is what I do. But I'm not knocking Rosie for what she does. I'm just trying to understand the social aspect of it, the goal of what she's trying to accomplish or portray to the public. Why don't you go out and, if you want to be with these people, why don't you buy them some food? And
I have bought food.
And, like, in other words, instead of a beer, why don't you actually pack some lunches?
I'd rather put some money in their hand
and people have criticized you for that. There have been people that I've heard
no matter, you know, there's certain people that are invested in no matter what you do.
Exactly. They've criticized
And I
and says, why are you buying them
Yeah, we got the
alcohol or-
swimming pool faces, but it's ice cold out here, ice cold. So today I'm probably going to go down to a different, drive to a different location and use that pool. So we will see.
But as an entertainer, I'd rather, for me, for what I like Vegas about, I can put my Elvis suit on or my custom-made suit and go out the nightlife and interact with the masses and people and more of the mainstream. I don't get nothing out of.
That's
you
right.
know,
I'm after content, and those streams are epic content last night. Far and away, that's the thing that people enjoy watching the most on replay. It's those kind of streams, and people will watch that stream for a long time to come. Yeah, I got the whole world, man. I like to see it all. I mean, I'm not averse to going to club life, like I say. There's just got into town on Sunday, so today is only Tuesday.
yeah.
And I'm perfectly happy to do that. Handing out homemade foods will get you. Yeah, see, you have to be careful handing out food. Mr. Dirty said that'll get you a ticket here. So I'd rather put money in people's hand these days, which I did last night.
Mr. Dirty is a local person here. I bet you he knows a lot about Vegas as far as.
I think he moved here as a recent transplant.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know,
But,
I can understand you're about nightlife and all that kind of stuff.
I'm an entertainer. I'm an Elvis tribute artist. I'm an entertainer, and I believe personally, for me, my character and what I do in my life and who I am. Elvis Travels doesn't belong in a slum. Elvis Travels belongs in the mainstream nightlife. Elvis Travels is big time. Elvis Travels is a person. I went to Key West. I went to New York City. And now Rosie might
Detroit, Chicago,
Rosie might criticize me and say, "Hey, all you did was show Devon Avenue and Green West." Well, no, I've showed a lot of places. I've been to Miami.
Stayed at a steering wheel addresses night after night after night.
I've been to
after
Miami
night.
Beach. I've been to Key West. I've been to New York City. I've been to a lot of places.
New York.
And I've showed a lot of people about
I
the RV
wanna
van
wake
life.
up in a city that never sleeps. And find I'm king of the hill.
But that's the way that I see it. So.
Yeah, it's all good times. That's what makes people different. If we all did the same content, how boring
It would be,
life
yeah,
be?
exactly.
You know? There's people that love the street streams. There's people. I mean, let's face it. When you go out and do the nightlife, it's like, okay, you know, which usually consists of buying one beer and sitting there and just looking and just watching. You know, I'll say to Marshall, "Do you want to dance?" "I don't dance." You know, I'm like, I saw you dancing at the Syrian Club. I saw you dancing at the Piranha Club.
Right. Well, see, the thing with Rosie is about interacting with people. If she took that idea, instead of interacting with homeless people, she could take that idea
Yeah,
and
he'll turn his shirt inside out.
and apply it to interacting with people that are walking out of a bar, or people by food trucks, or there's so many other ways that I can go and talk to people too. I can have my camera right now and put my Elvis shirt on, and I can talk to more people than Rosie tonight on Fremont Street.
Good to be honest, I'm disabled and I can't get out much. Thank you, Penny Pitcher. There's a lot of people that are unable to get out of their homes. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content.
And I did it in Key West. I talked to many, many people. I can do it tonight.
There will be more content coming. I will be putting up the review on last night's dinner, a nice Italian restaurant with Mark Handler, and then we'll see how the rest of the day plays out. So I'm going to go ahead and been on long enough today. There goes coffee, man. Going to get the time.
Yeah, I just want to say this in closing here. As an Elvis tribute artist here in Vegas, and I know I make a good Elvis, people have a reason to come up and talk to me. If I put the camera and go stand out there in Fremont Street, I'm going to have, you want to talk to people interaction, I'm going to have people interaction galore. I could do it all night.
Sandy, thank you very much for the wonderful support, honey.
And you know what? I'll get
Sandy
a note.
Callie in the chat. Thank you, honey.
I'll get a notepad and a piece of paper, and I'll write down every person I talk to show you people how many people I can really talk to and interact with. I can do it tonight. I can do it if I want. And I am
thank you, Sandy, for all of your lovely support, kindness, fun times on the stream. It was really nice to have you on last night with the text to speech and all that stuff. Really makes it. That's what really makes street chooching fun, is the text to speech. Anyway, I will continue to do the live streams on the Murphy channel. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I want to thank you guys for being here this morning. Everybody has a difference of opinion. I understand that. Marshall's always, he's much younger than I am. He has a much different agenda for life, and I understand. That's cool. And you like what you like, and that's it. So, all right, everybody, thanks for being along, and I will stay safe. And once again, thank you also for those of you who watched the cinematic Fremont Street. Thank you very much. We'll see what else I'm able to put together too. All right, thank you, everybody. Woo.